bear with me. I did prepare a few words, and I want to say especially thank you, Pastor Ken. It's great meeting you, and your summation just now in my mom's life was spot on. I guess I could take this off if you guys don't mind. I was vaccinated the same day Mom and Mary were. My wife Persis as well, only about 1,800 miles away. So I can't thank you guys enough for being here. Mom was very humble in terms of what she wanted and what she didn't want in terms of what we're doing here today. And I see Jeff and the folks here at Autumn have just done an impeccable job. Just in providing just the appropriate place to at least say farewell to her earthly remains here. But bear with me, I'm gonna get through this as best I can here. But again, I want to thank everyone for being here to celebrate my mom, and just what a beautiful spirit she was, right? And as you can see, I mean, she was a big fan of lavender, right? Most of you hopefully have gotten your seed packets to remember her by. And Mary suggested this time, I'm glad you did, right? I probably wouldn't have got that right. But if you haven't picked up one already, be sure to pick one up on the way out and plant it when you get home in memory of Mom. Also, as I mentioned, she didn't really want a lot of fanfare. True to her consistent character, she didn't really want to, inconvenience anyone. And Mom's way was just, she only wanted to help people, and literally she gave until she just couldn't give anymore, right? And I mean that in a good way, whether it was rides to the store for neighbors down the street, right? Or for those who couldn't drive, where's Chuck? Brownies for the neighbors, right? And or just family, when we were down and out, she'd bail us out countless times, and just true to her spirit, right? And she was just a caring, giving soul. And in light of this, and just hoping we're paying respect to her with the dignity and honor that she deserves. And I guess I'll call this a programming note, if you will. But immediately following this, we're headed over to Lone Mountain, right? I'd say maybe 8 blocks away, and we'll commit her ashes. Chaplain Peggy was gracious enough. She's in the back of the room. She comforted Mom in her final weeks in the hospital at Carson, Tahoe, and I can't thank you enough for being there. It just brought a beaming smile on Mom's face when she really wasn't in a particular mood to smile. And you had just all the right words and just the warm spirit that I think gave Mom the comfort that she needed in the home stretch that she was in. Just thank you so much for being here and for being willing to speak at the internment, which will happen immediately after this. And for those who are interested, we've discovered, I say we, Chicago, right? Old Red's 395 grill. We reserved the patio area. We wanted like I guess a COVID compliant area. So if anyone, is hungry and wishes to grab a bite to eat, we'll be out in the patio area. So of course, all are welcome. And I realize, everyone's busy, so if you can't make it, that's perfectly fine. But just wanted to put that out there so that you're well. I know Mom would have dug it, and she'll be there with us. Oh yeah. So this is more here to my mom. It's with a heavy heart that I'm here today. I'll get through this, I promise. Learning what life is gonna be like without having you here to lean on. And I rest absolutely assured that you're still very, very much with me, though now in a different way, until we meet again. You're the best mom a boy could ever have. And I was so lucky that God thought enough of me to make me your son. I speak on behalf of Robin and Mary as well, both of whom were blessed as family in your presence while you were here with us in this unforgiving world. You were a beautiful ray of shining bright light in our lives, and I continue to be so very proud of you and your amazing accomplishments. I would not be the man that I have become without your uncompromising patience and guidance. And as a husband and a father, I continue to be just absolutely stunned by how you managed to raise me as an infant of only 6 months of age, along with my dear sister Robin. Somehow you managed to protect and provide for us for many years on maybe $400 a month, thanks to government assistance, right? And the fact that this is merely like a car payment now completely blows my mind how you did that. And I know that you see me and protect me now, and for that I'll continue to honor you in everything that I do going forward. Without fortunate having you here in this physical world. Over the past several days, I've made a number of phone calls, sent uncountable texts and emails to loved ones and people who were lucky enough to have met you and have spent time with you. I can't begin to tell you how many people have responded with heartfelt condolences, from your nurses who cared for you in your final days, to longtime friends, to my knucklehead buddies, to clergy, including, of course, chaplains have met you recently, very recently, even your close neighbors, and those who worked with you years ago, right? All of whom were just completely stunned by the news that you received a higher calling on such short notice. As I mentioned, I didn't even have a suit, didn't think I would need one. We lost an angel among us, yet, we gained one above us. And I know you're watching and listening right now. Knowing this, I hope you'll forgive me for this story that I'm about to tell. Because this is a celebration, right? So we maybe can use a little levity here. And as many of you know, my mom had 9 lives. She had many close calls. If she had a punch card at the hospital, she would have a free meal or 2 by now, right? She's had a ruptured bypass, a care flight chopper to Stanford University. My chair was still spinning at my desk in Florida when I heard about that chopper, and I just bolted on my way to the airport. And I remember I couldn't get a direct flight, and I stopped at DFW, and I remember when I got there, I called the hospital. They told me, they said, your mom is not doing so well, and she's lost circulation. I forget if it was her right or left leg, but they said, you're gonna have to be ready to make a decision when you get here to amputate, right? And so mom didn't know this. She didn't know this while she was in the hospital. Fortunately, you all know mom had 2 legs, right? And I remember when we got her home, she just loved being on that couch in the living room. And I was on the other one, John, the love seat you were on today. And we both slept because we were exhausted. And I said, Ma, let me tell you something. And I explained to her, what had happened. And I said, they asked me to make a decision, Ma. And I said, it was that vision that I had of you hobbling around the house trying to kick my ass with one leg for the rest of my life. I just couldn't bear it. And fortunately, that was the right decision, as quirky as that might be. So that being said, I welcome anyone else. I promise I'm gonna wrap this up now, but if you have any stories to share, even those that have some levity, by all means. And if not, I get it, not everyone's comfortable speaking in front of a group. I have John to thank for that, because John was the one that got me into my major that had a lot to do with speech and public speaking. And he's a fellow grad at Long Beach State, by the way. He led the way for me. So with the exception of telling that story, Ma, I do sincerely hope that I've made you proud. And it's even a sliver of how proud that I am to have been your son. I'll consider myself to be on the right track. Until Persis arrived here yesterday, I had not seen any of my girls in some time. I mean, other than, a video chat, it's been a month and a half, right? And see, Mom, they've been so supportive while I was here with you, and you would be proud of them, and I know you are, Mom. And they've been just so supportive, and John too. I mean, he's flown out here twice already. He arrived yesterday as well to pay his respects, Mom. And I want you to know that, and I know you know this, I'm in very good hands, and I couldn't have a better support system. And ultimately, I believe this is what you wanted for me, to be surrounded by loving and caring people who reflect what you've always shown to me and Robin. And meanwhile, I recall my very last words that I said to you when you left the house for the last time. And what I said, and I say it again, is this is not goodbye, but it's rather see you later. Just hold a spot for me, because I'll be looking for you. So that's if I'm lucky enough to get there, right? So I love you, Mom. With every bit of my heart and soul for all eternity. And I know you already know that. So rest in peace, sweet angel, and continue to watch over your loving son, daughter, sister, your family. And thank you all.
Thank you.